friends in middle school and even grade school, and we didn't even talk to each other. Like, you know, you're just trying to figure out how things work. But anyway, so after this person graduates from college, moved away, never talked to this boy again. He sends her a message on Instagram saying that it's time for him to move on and let her go. He said he just wanted to reach out to her over the years and ask how she was, and said that she should have done the same. He also mentioned that she was the best girlfriend he ever had. This is a grown man saying that a non-relationship in middle school was the best dating experience of his life. That actually makes me really sad. I wish more for him. And yeah, I just hope things get better. But he said he finally needed to get, but anyway, back to the message he wrote her that he finally needed to get it all off his chest because she hadn't been a very good friend to him over the years and wasn't the person that he thought she was. Well, he doesn't even know who she is to begin with, except for the fact that she hasn't communicated with him. They may have never actually broken up, you know, because that's what kids do. They don't want a confrontation, and sometimes you get into these little situationships and you don't even want to send a message to break the tie or whatever, and you know, people grow up and things move on, but for him it was still real in his brain, this childhood relationship. Of course, the person in the original story was not even a relationship ever. It was completely in his head. Another commenter says, I guess it doesn't get better when you get older. Oh no. This person is 62 years old, and they went out to dinner to got times with someone. Then he asked her out a third time for an overnight date. She wasn't really into it and tried to tell him nicely, I don't mind sharing dinner once in a while, but I don't think we should date. Like, I don't think we're a good match. This made him mad and said, I was going to break up with you anyways. Well, sometimes some of us never grow up. Try to grow up emotionally. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm still working on it. But it's so much better to not lash out at people and project all of your insecurities and emotions onto them and create false scenarios in your head. Communication is great. Honoring other people's boundaries, wonderful. And sometimes it's really nice to have a dinner date. But still, rejection really hurts, and no matter what kind of rejection it is, whether it's a job rejection, a friend rejection, not being invited to a party, being left out or excluded, being shamed online, whatever it is, it hurts. It hurts, but sometimes, depending on the situation, it's not the rejector's fault. They're just, it's not right. You know, whatever relationship you want with them, or whatever you want with them, sometimes it's not right for their life. It's not their responsibility to fit you into their life. Just like it's not your responsibility to fit other people in your life that don't work for you, or to give of yourself to someone in ways that you're not comfortable with. Here's another scenario. Or this person had a close friend that they would hang out all the time, and then one day she just disappeared. A year later, on Valentine's Day, she sent her father to drop off a necklace with her name on it, a gold necklace, and there was a card that said 1 year anniversary. And this person was freaked out because I had returned the necklace because, like, when were we dating? When were we ever dating? They've never held hands, kissed. All this talk about holding hands and kissing, like the number one indication that you're in a relationship with someone is an agreement between the two of you that you are indeed in a relationship. capable of so many things, and one of those things is reading into situations and making up a whole world in her head. Sometimes we make up, I know in the past I've been one of the people that's very prone to making up that people don't like me in my head, making up all the scenarios about why they don't like me. But this is kind of, in a way, an opposite, where you're not getting information from the other person, but these people are making up a whole relationship based on very little input, sometimes in silence, that can breed imagination. And so, and people that are fixated on other people, positively or negatively can create whole scenarios that only exist in their head and not in reality. One thing that's helped me get over negatively inventing scenarios about people, what people think of me, is just making peace of the fact that I can't mind read. I don't know the thoughts and feelings that other people have, and it's out of touch with reality to sit and make up these stories, and it only ends up hurting me and potentially my relationship with these other people. If someone has a problem with me, then I'd like for them to express it to me in a way that makes sense. Otherwise, I just assume that everything's at least okay between us. Many times I've heard the wisdom that people aren't really thinking bad things about us, because usually they're not thinking about us at all. It's rather rambling, and it speaks to how much the ego comes into play when we concern ourselves so much with what we think others think about us. And I think a similar thing could be said for imagining that you're in a relationship with someone, or that a friendship is maybe more than it is to the other person. Sometimes feelings can be so strong and overpowering that we just assume the other person feels the same way, that we're on some sort of wavelength together. And sometimes that may be true, but we can't assume it, and we definitely can't act as if we are in a relationship with someone and break up with them, or celebrate an anniversary if it was never made clear that we